Opinion: RJ Hampton passing on college basketball is what NCAA wants, but won't start trend. Shortly after announcing on ESPN's Get Up Tuesday that his path to becoming a lottery pick in the 2020 NBA draft would go through pro basketball in an Australian league next season rather than Kansas, Memphis, or Texas Tech, RJ Hampton posted, "In the background, in big block letters are the words 'My Way.' And in the caption, but aside from a handful of Kansas fans who were counting on Hampton to lift them into the top 10 next season, and maybe a few over-traveled NBA scouts who will now have to make a couple extra trips down under, who is actually Matt?" Certainly not the Get Up panel of Mike Greenberg, Jay Williams, and Jalen Rose, who lavished Hampton with praise and suggested that this decision is somehow going to rock college basketball at wont. Certainly not turning pro. There needs to be the ability for a young person and his family to say, "You know, what I really want to do is just become a professional ball player," NCAA President Mark Emmert said at the 2018 Final Four. And they ought to be video by CBS Sports. But to say that Hampton is about to inspire an exodus of elite basketball prospects from using the collegiate system as a springboard to the NBA is just as wrong now as it was when people said it years ago with Brandon Jennings, Emmanuel Mudiay, and Darius Bazley. Sure, there's a difference with Hampton in that he's going to the Australian League purely as a choice, whereas others had eligibility or academic concerns that basically took the college option away from them. The bottom line, though, is that for all its flaws and inequities, the NCAA has constructed the best developmental path for most players. Sure, there's an obvious benefit to collecting a high six-figure or seven-figure check as an 18-year-old, to being able to train full-time without worrying about a class schedule or NCAA rules that limit how much interaction coaches can have with players. And of all the but it's also a really long way from home and millions of miles from the consciousness of American basketball fans, which matters to a lot of people. While Hampton there's no one-size-fits-all answer here. The pro-life Hampton simply didn't view college the same way, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. "My dream has never been to play college basketball," Hampton said on ESPN. "My dream has in other words, this doesn't seem like a compensation decision. It's not a name, whether it works out for Hampton or not. This is a basketball decision with no guarantees it will benefit his draft position or his long-term potential." But there wasn't a guarantee, and for the last group, the NCAA has been saying all along, "Don't come. It's about time This article originally appeared on USA Today.
Raindrops, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that.